Brian, you texted me last week or whatever, and you said that you were a little heated about some Nintendo Switch related stuff. So why don't you go ahead and elaborate on that?
Well, Andrew, it is it mixes together two of the recurring topics that we have on here, which are on this podcast,
yes.
are Nintendo and Trails.
Recently, man, do we know how to talk about anything else? The answer is no. But
anyway, recently, like I mentioned actually in the last episode, how Falcom is doing this huge push to get all of the Trails games localized, and there was going to be this year that they were going to have 4 games released to finally catch us up. Well, one is a new release. It's the first ever worldwide release with Falcom, which is huge. And it was going to be 4 games this year, and we'd finally be caught up with Japanese releases, with Trails Beyond the Horizon, which is going to be the last game released this year, announced to be released sometime in the fall. Never gave an official release date, but just fall 2025. And it was announced recently that the release date was going to be moved back to January 2026. Which I'm of two minds on, because one, it's bad because the Falcom shareholder meeting, which is where like basically all the Falcom news comes out, is like they give this presentation of all this stuff they're working on and the stuff they're going to release in like the following year. And they take show like screenshots of the game and stuff. And the next Trails game, there's definitely going to be spoilers in those screenshots because of the way Trails works. They're not going to be able to get away with like showing anything that's not a spoiler, really, especially from what I've heard from this last game. So that sucks. So like people are going to have to be dodging spoilers for another month, which really sucks. But on the other hand, it's like it's just till January. It's like a few month difference. That's fine. Whatever. The part that pisses me off is this announcement coincided with the announcement that they were also releasing a Switch 2 version. So it's seeming like they pushed it back specifically to get a Switch 2 version. Now, the thing that I've been hearing is some people are saying, well, the release date originally was really close to the Trails in the Sky, like the first Trails game, the remake, which is the worldwide release that is coming out actually on my birthday, September 19th.
Very nice.
So people were like, oh, maybe they wanted to push it back so it didn't like compete with itself, you know. But the issue with that theory is, like, they know when the release date's going to be. I'm pretty sure Falcom, like, it was already announced that it was going to be pretty much like early fall, late summer, a release date for that. And Falcom, again, this is, even though it's 2 different companies with these localizations, they're going to, if NIS tried to say, oh, we want Horizon in like October or something, I'm pretty sure Falcom would be like, we don't want that near Trails in the Sky first chapter remake, if that was a big issue. And the Horizon was announced like way later than Sky the First's release date. So it's seeming like it's just for the Switch 2 version, which, first off, who cares? But secondly, the part that really pisses me off about it is that it is a fucking game key card. That's the part that really gets me.
And there's the rub. Yeah, there we got it. We got there, folks. It has been 5.5 minutes, and we have said the phrase game key card.
I hate the game key cards. It's like, what is it? Like 90% of all third-party games released are game key cards. I think like the only one is Cyberpunk, which is surprising because you think that would be the one that wouldn't.
It's right. It's so funny. So what I'm hearing is that if I ever do decide to buy a Switch 2, I should just never, ever, ever buy these third-party games because I care about physical media. I care about owning my games. I do not want just a piece of paper or a flash drive in a box that is a download code.
Well, that's the thing, right? So, like, I've seen people be like, and this is the other part that I forgot to mention. The Switch 2 version, the game key card version, is $10 more than every other version.
Crazy. So, and that's the other thing, you know?
legitimately, you can get the actual game if you have a Switch 2, which fine. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't support the Switch 2 or whatever, even though part of my feelings, maybe it's not good.
Yeah, even though that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, even though it's kind of where we're at.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to see it crash and burn a little bit, give it a little Wii U era, so Nintendo gets their shit back together.
No, I would love it if this was because here's the thing, man. I wanted to mention this. The Wii U is great. Like Wii U era was great for Nintendo fans because they were like giving you free games. Like remember like when Mario Kart 8 came out and they were like, yeah, guys, if you buy Mario Kart 8, like we'll give you a download of Wind Waker HD, like just for free. Like that is, they would never, ever, ever, ever do that right now because they have such a big head about
tutorial.
themselves.
You have to pay for that shit.
Right, right. Their head got so big, and this is like every company does this. Like Sony had the PS2, and then they got a big head with the PS3. Yeah. Xbox 360. Look at how bad the Xbox One was, and then now Nintendo, and it's like y'all got a big head with the Wii. The Wii U was a failure. Then you got it back together with the Switch, and now you're got a big head again. You know?
And the issue with the Switch, and I kind of mentioned this in the last episode, is that it's not going to make a huge dent because people are just going to buy the Nintendo console, because it's the one that has Mario on it. Like, not a lot of...
Yes.
There's, because people who are clued in are not, like, the majority of people who play on the Switch.
Right, of course.
And it's just the parent who wants to buy the Nintendo console for the kids so they can play Mario. Right, like that's completely fine. But yeah, part of me kind of wants to see it do a little poorly, so Nintendo's like, hey, maybe we gotta get our act together a little bit. Maybe
we gotta
re-examine what we're doing.
Yeah,
and that might sound harsh, but I honestly think that is the only way that's gonna get them to change at this point. Regardless, though, if you have a Nintendo Switch 2, I'm not one of those people who's like, wow, well, you're just buying this, you sheeple.
No tea, no shade.
Right? Like
no tea, no shade, but we ain't buying it. No tea, no shade though.
It's like you can buy it, it's cool. I'll probably get it when they have like a mainline Zelda game release only for that system. Right? Like
you know what my thought was? Yesterday with when I'll pull the trigger. When they pull Nintendo Switch Online, like the retro games for the Switch 1, I will probably buy a Switch 2 because I really like that feature and it's really helpful for the YouTube channel because, it's easy to record off of it. Like you get the games looking pristine and you can use the old controllers that they sell for them.
Yeah, that one has the game.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know the Switch 2's got the GameCube, but once they fully pull the plug on running that on the Switch 1, then I'll buy a Switch 2. Yeah. But otherwise, dude, I'm so down to be a generation behind. Like, I've bought more Switch 1 games in 2025 than, like, any other year. And I'm like, oh my god, like, Mario Odyssey's, like, $30 on eBay right now. Like, I'm in, dude, because I never wanted to pay $60 for all these games. And I just got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2020 for, like, $30. And I'm like, dude, this is great. All these Switch 1 games are, like... We're getting to that era where people don't care, and I am just content to be a generation behind at this point financially.
I mean, that's what and that's the thing that kind of confuses me is like, what direction is Nintendo going to go in? Are they going to try to push for Switch 2 exclusivity? Or are they going to do what Microsoft and Sony have been doing this past generation, where like the PS5, the PS4 is still got new games.
Yeah,
like legitimately,
I know, and they still make
the
PS4
Rhino remaster on PS4, and that released like a few days ago.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, I love it. I love it because I've had my PS4 since November 15th, 2013, aka the day it came out, right? And that's because I could afford it because I was 16 and lived with my dad, you know? And it's like I had no other responsibilities, so I saved up and I bought a PS4.
Yeah.
Have not had to buy a new Sony console since.
And it's like...
It's awesome.
And so I don't know what Nintendo's going to do, because part of me is like, they're going to get greedy because they want to sell these Switch 2s. But part of me is like, it's going to be hard to sell exclusives in the same way, because I think that's what people are kind of used to now. That might just be... that is just me talking out of my ass, but I don't know.
Right.
It's like,
we're speculating, whatever.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Regardless, what I wanted to say was that, like, if you have a Switch 2 and you want to play Trails Beyond the Horizon, just buy the Switch 1 version. It's got the actual game on the cart, and you can still get, like, the upgrade. Like, sure, it might not look as good, but it's a Trails game. you're not really going into a Trails game expecting like AAA level graphics. I mean,
Yeah,
they look
certainly
better than
not.
they
It's
ever
quite the
have.
niche.
They look very good now compared to what we had before, and I love what we had before. It's very charming, but they always look like a generation behind. And I mean, the
it's
Sky
certainly a
remake,
niche game.
the Sky
you know?
remake look is very, I think, because they add a little bit of, oh my god, I can't speak, cell shading, so it makes it look like way
Yeah.
prettier now. But still, point is, just play the Switch. Just get the Switch One version. It's $10 cheaper. You have the game on the cartridge, so you can play it. And trust me, if you want to play a Trails game in the future, you want to play this game in the future, like years down the line, and you're like, oh shit, I got the game card version on Switch 2 and I want to play Trails Beyond the Horizon, you're not going to be able to
Right.
find a physical copy for cheap. Trust me, I've seen
Yeah,
people be
yeah.
like, oh, I want to get the PS4 version of Trails from Zero, but it's like mad expensive now, and that game released only a few years ago, the Western version.
Yeah.
But still, like, that's the...
Dude,
It's-
I know. Some games can be like that, where you they come out and like you wait, you think, oh, wait a bit, I don't really need it right now, and then ends up being a rare game.